connector and display devices are very, very important for any Tom, Dick and Harry who call himself to be educated person and lives into the city, because anybody who's 10+2 should be knowing all what we are going to talk about. But since you have not bothered to understand it, so you may not be knowing it. I spent 6 hours yesterday to prepare this slide. So you can imagine how many hours you have to devote to understand it later on. So it's not that you come here and within 2 hours you understand each and everything. You have to devote a lot of time and energy, and I have left many things unsaid here. And there will be a question answers later on. Once the lockdown is over, when you will come to physically the class, there will be multiple choice questions and answer based on this whole discussion of today. So don't think that you can sleep and somebody is talking and we are just listening and having our tea and sleeping. Keep doing it. You will not understand till you really devote time and energy the way I had done yesterday. So many a times it is very baffling and confusing that what kind of port it is, because you have to connect device A with the B. Since you will be working in a technical department, which is called direction, you have to know all these connectors. Today I have prepared around 60 slides. I have left something unprepared, which you have to do it yourself, and there would be question and answer in the exam, which will be conducted later on. So display port. Very often you hear about USB, 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 and you really don't bother to know what exactly it is and how much it will cost and all that kind of a thing. So USB is basically a connecting device, as simply it defines the universal serial bus. So earlier when we started this connector business, first thing was the USB 1. USB 1 came into the market, and it was a time when speed was very, really so slow. So type of connector is basically all the improvisation happens because of the speed. How the speed would be transferred from mechanism A to mechanism B. Suppose how the communication will happen between the two devices. That speed is determined by the kind of connector you have with the both the devices, not just the one device, but both the devices. So USB 1 was the first common connector. I mean, there were many other also, but when we talk about the pen drive which we came, or hard disk which will came, it has a USB connection. Before USB connection came, hard drive has a different kind of connections. We will talk about that also. So USB was the first modified and little high speed connection, which gave 12 megabyte per second. There are two terms, megabit and megabyte. Small b is byte and big one is megabyte, by and bi. So that reference you have to remember. So 12 Mbps per second was the speed of this. Up to 127 peripheral devices. Different kind of devices. It could be your computer, it could be your internet, it could be your mobile phone, it could be your audio player. There are so many devices, your TV screen, computer, all these are the various devices. First was the USB device. So there are two kind of USBs, basically type A and type B. So type A would be used for certain kind of thing, and type B would be used for another kind of thing. So type B, A is basically for and you can see the surface also. It's a very rectangular kind of a device from the top, and here the type B is basically little corners are being slashed, so it's a little more not rectangular but square. On the top of it there is a little triangular kind of a thing are being made over there. So that is the difference between type A and type B. So always you have to be remembering what is type of connection you have in your system. So type B is used mainly for the printers. If you see at the back of printer, when you connect your computer with that, it is either type A. Type A will go into the computer system, your box, and type B would go into your printer. So that's a difference. Type C, which is being evolved now recently in past 1 or 2 years. Your mobile phone has this connection of type C. Your computers, particularly the Mac is much more into type C. So either your mobile phone or your Mac system has the type C connection. Many latest laptops also has the type C connection. The advantage of type A, B and C is that type C can be put from left or right. There is no ups and down. While type A and type B always has the which part will go up and which part will go down. If you don't take care of the up and low part, the connector will get spoiled, and so is the device. And once it is being spoiled, it's very difficult to repair because it will cost you a lot. So type C has an advantage of ups and down. You can put it in any side. That's one advantage. There are a couple of more advantages. We will talk about that. So type C is the latest invention in terms of the connectors. So let's go by one. So USB has this indicator. You can see this arrow thing going over there. Small circle is there. Then there's another small circle and there is a rectangular sign. So this sign is called USB device sign. So it could be USB 1, USB 2 or USB 3. There are three different kind of USBs. 3 has a different call it as generation 1, generation 2. So USB 3 we will talk about later on. So you can see the USB A type and B type. First was the USB 1. 1.1 they also call it. So the speed was 12 Mbps per second. And then the USB 1 came. Then there is also Mini A and Mini B. You could see the difference between Mini and Mini B. So sometime with the camera with your camcorder, it will be not the USB A, but Mini A will go. And some other hard disk, particularly the old hard disk, which you see the thick hard disk, will have the Mini B kind of a ports. So hard drive and cameras has this Mini A and Mini B kind of a drive. Both are same kind, but the looks are different. So depend upon the type of connector your camera or drive has, you have to be very careful in choosing the connector, and whether it is A type or B type, you also have to take care of it. I will show you the picture more later on. Then there is another micro B and micro A. You can see the shape of B type. It's not AB basically. It should be A micro A basically, but by mistake I think they have written AB. It should be micro A and micro B. So connectors look will tell you the difference. So when the USB 1 was there, it was of a white kind of a color, and you could easily identify that. Then the USB 2 came, and then came the USB 3. So here you could see the basic differences, how you will identify it. The USB 3 would be of bluish color. I will show you the exact photograph, so you can easily find it out whether it is USB 1, 2 or 3. And you could see the difference also in terms of the speed. The major difference is the speed. Look wise, the color coding was there. The USB 3 had a bluish color kind of a thing, and 1 or 2 could be a white thing, and it is mentioned over there. So from 12 Mbps, it become 480 Mbps. So USB 2 was really a strong device. And then USB 3 is, you could see almost like a 10 times more. So 5 Gbps is the speed of that. So it's basically the speed. Now here you could see the difference also. And I will make it a little larger so that you can read it better.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था सर, ऊपर जो डायग्राम था जो आपने दिखाया था, अभी यूएसबी पे जो प्रिंट होता है, उससे 3 फेसेस थे, मुंह थे, वो क्या रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं? जिसमें एक एरो था, एक सर्कल था और एक ये स्क्वायर था लेफ्ट साइड में, क्या रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं?
रिप्रेजेंट कुछ नहीं करते हैं, ये साइन बनाया हुआ है, इसमें रिप्रेजेंटेशन किसी का कुछ नहीं है। ये एक डिजाइन बनाया हुआ है जिससे देखने के बाद आपको पता लग जाए ये यूएसबी कनेक्टर। बस, इसका कोई मतलब नहीं है, गोले का क्या मतलब है, उसका क्या मतलब है, कोई चीज कोई पर्टिकुलर रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करती। ये डिजाइन है, डेजिग्नेशन है टू आइडेंटिफाई वेदर इट इज अ यूएसबी पोर्ट और नॉट, दैट्स इट।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
हाँ जी, so we go a little bit to USB 2 and 3. So you could see when exactly came, USB 2 was introduced at the time of 2000, and it took 8 years almost to introduce the USB 3. So it is not within a 1 month or 1 year the USB was introduced. It took 8 years to invent the latest version, which is 10 times more faster than the USB 2. So first is similar product USB 2 version, generally less expensive than the USB 3. So if you go and buy, sometime there is a very colorful kind of, only yesterday I was buying something. So there was very colorful kind of a USB connector for the C type, but it is from USB 2 to C type, not USB 3 to C type. So it was much more colorful, but very less expensive. Then I found the difference that it is USB connector 2, not the 3. So 3 is always more expensive than the 2. So you have to be more careful whether the look wise it is looking much more better, but price will be determined by the version it is has. So if that is USB 2 or 3, will have a different version. So it can, now the second difference is it can send either side and receive the data, which means basically sometimes the devices are one-sided only, they can't perform both-sided. So it can send and receive data simultaneously, full duplex. So this is a half duplex and this is a one duplex, because there is a channels over there inside, and how the channels would work, I will show you later on. So color is gray and this is in blue in color. Sometimes it is also white. If you look at the USB 1, which is of a white color from the inside, so you can find out whether it is a USB 1 or 2. Smaller in size, USB 2 is a smaller, little extra space is required for more wires, so that's why USB 3 is little bigger than that. Now here you see the difference in terms of the, sorry. Now speed, I have already told you that the speed would be 480 here, and there it is 4.8, so it's 10 times more than the thing. Then there is a current, because sometimes you use these devices for charging of your mobile or charging of your battery or something like that. So it is also depend upon how much current is required to charge that thing. So USB 2 would be up to 500 milliampere current it can provide to a device, while the USB 3 can provide up to 900 milliampere. So many a times your device is, if it is not, if it need more current to charge, it will not charge properly because of the current supplied by the connector, whether it's USB 2 or 3. So you have to be a little more careful in terms of charging device. If you are charging from your charger, whether you are using 2 or 3, and if you are using 3, then it could up to means maybe your charger need only 100 milliampere. So if you are using USB 3, it will definitely serve the purpose. But if your charger need the 800 milliampere current, then USB 2 will not be used because it need the higher supply of the current. So you have to be very careful that what kind of device you are charging with your connectors or your power storage or power bank, because power bank also use the USB connection. So as here you can see, it is a 4 wire and it is a 9 wire. So that's why the space is also a little more higher. A very important thing, if you will notice, the moment the higher current is required, higher data transfer is required, the length of the wire becomes less. This is a very important thing to notice. So you cannot buy a wire more than 3 meters if it is USB 3. 3 meters means almost 3 times. So 10 feet it becomes. So 10 feet is quite a long wire for the any kind of data transfer. But in case of USB 2, you cannot have a more than 5 meters. So here the length is much more higher comparative to USB 3. But how many times you need a 5 meter wire? Very important thing. How many times? If you need the connector with your mobile device, so you hardly need 3 feet, 4 feet, or 5 feet. Not more than that. Maximum 6 feet is enough for connecting one device to another, unless it is coming with a long way from somewhere. So 3 meter is more than enough for any device to connect. So here you could see what are the USB device connectors are required. For camera also, USB plug would be there. External hard drive, you have printers, scanners, iPod, microphone, all these, webcam, keyboard. Keyboard is also connected with a USB device. Mouse is also connected with a USB device, smartphone, tablet. So these are the various devices which need the USB connection. Now carefully look at it here. I have taken various images from variety of places so that you could understand very clearly. This is a USB connector where you could see it is a white one, so naturally it should be USB 1. And then USB 2 for Android phone, you might have seen the connector is little thickened from the corner, and you could feel the button is different. And here it is mini USB. So micro and mini are put two different kind of connectors. You could see the on the bottom side. This is the bottom side shown on here. So you could see these two linear lines, and here only simple one line. Even here the structure is different. I will show you next slide. The mini is looks different. So now here you could see the mini connection. Here the mini connection is more rounded from the corner, while mini B type has a oval kind of this punch is there inside, and one part is small and other part is big. So here, if you could see, the mini USB is a one small signal punch is there in the mini. So here also you could feel the one punch is there, but the shape of this is different. So from the shape, you can carefully identify whether it is mini type A or mini type B. Both the dimension remain same in terms of height and width, but the shape is different. So you can easily identify whether it is mini or A type or B type. And also here the micro looks are totally different. So mini and micro both has a and B type. So you should be able to distinguish. So here you could see the type A connection and type B connection over here, which will go to the printer, back of the printer, which I have already told you. And these are the two connectors which could go into the camera, or maybe with it will connect with the USB device and it will be connected like this. Either it has a port or it has a B port. So you have to see when you put it into the camera to transfer a footage, or from the old camcorders. We also have a old camcorder. If I'll show you once you come back here. Then what kind of connector, whether it is a mini A connector or mini B type of a connector is there. So in the mini series, we have a and B both type. Again, here is a little more pictures to make it more clear. You could see type A is an ordinary, which you have used many a times. Type B connector part would be the one which will go into the printer. It will go into the printer. Most of the printer has this kind of a connector, and one part would be USB, which will go into your computer, backside of the computer. We call it as that box where all the hardware are being planted inside. Now, in micro and mini, I have told you that there are two kind of thing. One is a 4 pins, another is a 5 pin. So 5 pin is a very common kind of a connector, and micro also, as I said, in micro, the shape is different, and here the shape is different. So it is little more rectangular. Here it is little less rectangular. This round thing is there in the corner. Here it is a slash kind of thing. So you should be able to identify the connector very clearly. Otherwise, if you push without knowing it, then you will spoil both the your device particularly, and it will be very expensive if you connector need to be changed. Now coming to the USB 3, you could see the difference here, that it is a blue nature, which I have already told you, and in the 1 and 2 version, sometime it is white, sometime it is a gray. So they will also be mentioning over there. 1 is almost obsolete, so everything is 2 now. So nobody manufacture the 1. So here you could see the USB 3. This is a different type of a connector in USB 3. This kind, if you look at carefully of your hard disk, particularly, the link of would be from here to here. The top one will be USB type connector, which will go into your computer or somewhere else, from where you need to bring the data into your hard disk. And this kind of connector would go into your hard disk, which is a micro connection. So from a computer, this will go, this kind of USB connector would be there, the A type, and B type would go into your hard disk device. So A and B are sometimes connected, whether it will be this to this or this to this. This to this would be for a printer, this to this would be for a hard disk. So type of B would be going into variety of devices where you need to connect. And as I said that the micro is fine, but mini has a two kind of pin. One is a 4-pin, another 5-pin. So both the shape you can identify whether it is a 4-pin or 5-pin. Most of the time you will find the 5-pin connector. Hanji. Here you could see more clearly. This is mini B. Here you could see the connection type, and this is a micro B. Mini B. This is a male and this is a female link. This is a male and female link. So you could feel the difference. One part which will go into the another part. So how the connector would be connected, that you need to be very carefully, should be able to identify. Mini is very easy to figure it out. Only thing is you have to take care of whether it's a 5-pin or is a 4-pin. So that thing you have to be sure, because sometimes you lose. I lost my connector of the previous hard disk, which were old hard disk. So I had to buy from the market. So I had to tell him, like, look, exactly I need like this. So since this computer shop, I keep buying it for ages. So they knows me very well. So they send me exactly what I wanted. So you have to be very careful when you want to buy. So this is another kind of images where you could see micro B, then male, female, mini, male, female. This 8-pin lightning we will talk about. This is the latest development in Mac system. But here you could see the male and female, USB 2 back where it will go into the computer. Then type B will have this, and if it is a system from the computer, this wire would come and into the your printer. Some plug will be like this, so it will go into this. So mostly I have seen in the printers, this is going, or scanners also, printer and scanner both. Again, in type C, you could see the difference here is in terms of the color, rest remains same. And type B also, in if you carefully look at it here, type B in this particular version, which is 3, and type B into this version, the shape of the bottom part remains same. Bottom is a kind of a rectangle with a corner slashed. But here kind of rectangle, so corner slashed, and up there you see this little pin also over there. So if it's little extra pin, you could feel that this is a type 3. So sorry, type version 3, but it is a type B. The way here the type B in the USB 2 do not have this, but the bottom part remains same. So bottom part remains same. Additional small pin kind of a thing is being added over there, and color is also being changed. So type B you could easily identify here. Type C, as I said, type C do not have any problem, because from left, right, you can plug anywhere. So this is a male type and this is a female type. Now again, this is a different kind of a little better looking thing. So here you could see that USB kind of a, this you might have seen sometime, when there is a remote signal is there. So the small type of USB thing would be connected with the signal to catch the Wi-Fi kind of a devices. You can feel this also. And also in the back side of the printer. So if it is a Wi-Fi, then this kind of connector would be there. And I've already explained to you how this micro male B would look like. But here, if you see, this is the latest development, not latest, I would say. Most of our hard disk, which is not SSD hard disk. SSD, you will not find this. The typical SATA hard disk external, which we carry most of the time. If you look at carefully today in your hard disk, you will find this kind of connection, which is a micro B kind of connection in the USB 3 series. So again, now carefully look at the left side signals. There is a 1 dot here and there is a SS. Rest of the thing remains same. So this symbol would clearly identify whether it is a USB type 2 or USB type 3. If I hide this entire thing, even then these two things you would be able to figure it out from the left whether it is a USB 2 or USB 3 just by the symbol. So double S means super speed basically, and hence it is meant for the USB 3. So the question can be asked, this symbol represent what? USB 1, USB 2, USB 3. So you should be able to answer that it is USB 3 symbol. Thunderbolt has a different symbol. So symbols you have to remember. whenever you need to figure it out. Also, you can see here the 4-pin, which I have already told you. But as I said, that most of the time it is 5-pin thing, not the 4, but 5-pin. But it could be 4 also. Again, the similar thing, little more clearly defined in terms of the graphics. So micro B type, micro here, it is a female type. In USB 2 or USB 3, you could feel the difference. So anybody, if he shows this image, you should be able to tell that this is USB 3, micro B. If I show you this image, you should be able to tell that whether it is a USB 2 connector and it is a micro B type. Okay. So micro and mini, you should be able to identify, and that's it. Just by looking at the image, you should, here there's a little top thing is being mentioned over there. Here the top part is little rectangular top part is missing here. So from here to there, you could figure it out whether it is USB 2 or USB 3. I have formulated one question. This particular sign is the sign of USB 1, USB 2, USB 3 or C type. So naturally, this is a sign of USB 1 or 2 or 3. How do you know whether it is a sign of USB 1 or USB 2 or USB 3? This could be representative of 1 or 2. Either it is USB 1 or USB 2. Not definitely USB 3, not definitely Type C. So the question is not correctly formulated. This is a sign of either USB 1 or 2. For both, this sign can be used. So this question need to be reformulated. That is the sign of USB 1 or 2, USB 2 only, or USB 3 only, or C type. Naturally, C type is not there. 3 I have just told you, it has a double kind of a SS thing. So this is a USB 2 kind of a symbol, which is also representation earlier when the USB came over there. So this sign itself represents the USB. Now look at here. USB 1, I have given this another diagram where all the things are being represented together, whether it is a 1 or 2 or 3. So type A, type B, male, female. Then the generation 3 came, and here you could see generation 3 has the variety of pins over here, and little more pins are mentioned on the type B, which is below here. So this small rectangle has come on the small rectangle has appeared over there, and below here there are 4 pins. 4 pins are still here. So additional 5 pins are being added in the type B in the USB generation 3.1. Please understand carefully. USB 3.1 came first, then came USB 3.2 generation 2, and USB 3.2 generation 3 is known as a C type. So 3.2 is also known as a C type. USB 3.1 generation 2 is also known as a C type. So what is the difference between both C type? You should be able to identify whether it is a generation 2 or generation 3. So 3.1 is a generation 2 and 3.2 is a generation latest one. So you could also see the difference in terms of data transfer. So here the data transfer is 480 Mbps. Here it is become 5 gigabytes. Here it becomes 10 gigabytes. And here it becomes 20 gigabytes in the C type. So C type has a very high speed data transfer over there comparative to just the 3.1 version. Please also note carefully, it is also called 3.1 was the 3.0 earlier. Earlier means when it came, because it was the only version there. But later on when new version came 3.1, so they call it as a generation 2. So that there should not be any confusion between generation 1 was the first, which was earlier known as a 3.0. Later on, they came out with the generation 2. So they said the USB 3.1 generation 2 and then generation 3. Generation 3 is nothing but 3.2 and it is a C type. And the speed is 20 gigabytes per second. So all these things are very, very clear. Most of the time, your hard disk will have this micro look and you should be able to easily identify. Okay. Now here is another series called Thunderbolt series. So Thunderbolt 1, 2, 3. The 3 series has come, and this arrow sign with this lightning thing happening. It's not lightning. It's not a lightning port. Lightning port is a different thing. This sign I'm talking about is a sign of Thunderbolt. So Thunderbolt 1, 2, 3 we will talk below. Here the Thunderbolt 2 to 3 version has a difference of 20 gigabytes per second to 30 gigabyte or 40 gigabytes per second. So you could imagine the difference in terms of the speed over here. So this is a very clear-cut indicator of USB 3 version and the type B, because type B has this little upper small thing made over there. This is simple USB 3.2 generation connector. So here you could ask the question, because last time in FTII, for the anybody, whether he's acting, direction, cinematography, editing, there was a question about various kind of projectors used in the cinema hall. So there was a question, what is UFO? Then there was a question about, there are 3 companies which I have told you, and there was a 4th one was the, not a company, but it was a, so there is a company called Scrabble. Then there is a company called Cube Cinema, Scrabble Cinema, and then UFO. UFO and Scrabble have joined together. They have merged into one company, but still the high-end version is called Scrabble. The full HD version is called UFO. So both the companies are merged, but their version remain same in terms of the projection system. So full HD version is basically UFO. Scrabble is 4.4K resolution, and Cube is always 4K from the beginning. Earlier it was 2K, then they also came out with a 4K. And the option number 4 was MP4. So obviously MP4 was odd, but that was not a correct way of formulating. They should have mentioned some other name like this, so that people will become more confused. And the question was, what is the odd one out? So these are simple things which they can ask. You cannot say it is not in a syllabus, because there is no syllabus. And every Tom, Dick and Harry who is using these connectors should know why they are using 2, not 3, because of the speed. So what is the primary difference is basically the speed. So data transfer rate of USB 2 type of connector is 12 Mbps, 400, 5 Mbps, and 5 gigabytes and 10 gigabytes. I've just told you here USB 2. So here you could see the difference. 480 is the USB 2, and then gigabytes goes into the generation 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 5, 10, 20. Very easy to remember. 5, 10, 20, and Thunderbolt is up to 40. So 3.1, 3.2, USB 3, or call it as a generation 1, generation 2, generation 3 is 3.1, 3.2, and 3.2 here, which clearly means 20. So here 5, 10, 20 is a generation 3, and generation 2 is, USB 2 is 480. So the correct answer is 480. So here it is not given over there. So it's neatly need to be framed. So data transfer rate is a 480, not 400. So I just quickly made it. So you have to give the correct option. Correct option would be 1, and then again the data transfer of USB 3.2 C type connector is 5, 10, 20. Here I have just told you C type I am talking about, 3.2 C type. This is the one I am talking about. So here the rate of transfer is 20 Gbps. So the answer would be 20 Gbps. So you could see the difference, gigabytes, what is the 5, 10, 20, and 40. This capital G will not be there. Remember the difference between this has to be small g. So by mistake I have mentioned the capital G. This will not be capital G. This will be small g. So capital G represents something else. So socket I have just shown you. It is little more representation, because how they are connected with the compatibility, whether if you use micro or micro B type, whether it will go this AB type, yes, because it is meant for both. If it is just B type connector, it will not go here. Since it is B type to B type, it will go. So these are the compatibility of various kind of connector. Similarly, micro AB 3.0 will use both. This will not, because it is just the B type. It will use only the B type. If it is AB type, then anyone can enter over there. Similarly, for the micro A 3.0, micro B 3.0, here it cannot go, because this is a version of micro and micro B, type A and B. Here you could see that this is a USB 3 version. So USB 3 version will not enter into until unless it is also USB 3. So it is valid for AB type, This is only for 3. This will not go here because it is a B type and this is a A type. So you have to be checking out whether your connector is compatible with the device or not. That is the purpose of this particular. So here again, I have shown you to get the little better feel. You could see this is a USB C type, which is the latest version, and they mentioned 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. Otherwise, you will not come to know, because C type looks same. There is no distinction in terms of the look here, whether it is 3.1, 2 or 3. 3 obviously has a different thing. So USB 2 version, again, this is a standard look. This is also standard look, but the color distinction can figure it out whether it is 2 or 3. So this is a 3.1, they have mentioned over there. Again, 5-pin connector, which is very popular, which I told you in the USB 2 series. Many of the cameras has this. 3.1 micro, which has a 10-pin connector. This little slope will be there, and most of your hard disk, if you look at carefully, this will be USB 3.1 version would be there. Again, this is a 5-pin version, which is very used for the various mobile phones. And this is B type, I told you, for the printers, basically. Some nonsense is happening. Not being able to load here. What's going on? 1 second, guys. Stop sharing. We'll try. Fine. So this is another image. I have already shown you this image where you could identify easily the various kind of connectors. Just to give you a little more comprehensive look in terms of how you will distinguish one from another. Then then comes the HDMI connector. We have not talked so far. So this is also basically a very, very important connector in which there are 3 different kinds of look are there. So whenever it is a HDMI connector is there, you should be able to identify whether it is a micro, which is a small one, HDMI, the proper one, and the mini one. So HDMI mini, micro, and normal. So here you could see the dimension. Sorry. Here you could see the dimension 13.9. Here it is 40.42 and 5.83. So the width of all these 3 connectors are different. So the one which is the normal connector will be 13.9, which is called HDMI normal connector. Until unless you say mini or micro, people would not identify that. So there are few connectors which can give you can connect into the micro, and from there you can take out a mini output also. So these are converters. We call it as an adapter sometime. So you could convert one into another if you really want to. If your port do not have that particular kind of connector which your computer has or a laptop has, so you should have these kind of adapter which will be of help. Okay. Now we move a little bit to some little complex thing, which is a little history. Why I am saying history? Because they still exist. If you go back side of your computer, you will find this blue kind of a thing which is called a VGA port. It is called a VGA port, and then there are some different kind of port. HDMI port is there, where you could put your HDMI connector, where I have just shown you. Then micro DVI, we will discuss over there. But immediately I wanted to discuss first the VGA port. So what is a VGA port? You could see here, it is a kind of a port from the display device, whether it is a computer to your monitor or computer to your laptop. You could connect any of the things. So VGA is one of the oldest device which you will find over there. Why I'm saying oldest? Because it is an analog signal which will transfer, not the digital signal. So it is still very much there, but not all the computer would have. So here you could see the variety of ports which you will find at the back side of your laptop or maybe your computer. So first is a S video. First is a S video. This is also old version of connector where you could transfer the video from one port to another. Then you have a VGA, which I have just told you. Then there is a mini VGA, and then there is a display port, mini display port, HDMI and mini HDMI. So the display port and mini display port are still very much used, and sometimes are very confusing. What port is what? So here it says display port, here it says mini display port. So how they actually look like? Even the VGA also has a two different kind of a look. One is this pin kind of a thing. Another is a mini VGA, which do not have these kind of a shape as well as the pins. So both look different. So if you want to connect a computer to your TV computer monitor, then you have either HDMI, DisplayPort, DVI, or sometime old school VGA. So I just shown you all these ports, how they look like. So these are the various ports. So first we will talk about a little bit about VGA. Now you could see that this kind of cable you will very often have to connect from your monitor to the computer. To connect your monitor to the computer, this kind of cable will be required, which is the VGA cable. So here, most of your computers would still be having this kind of a link. So this is VGA stand for Video Graphics Array, and is a connector standard used for the computer video output. Then there's a 15 pin. These pins are being mentioned over there. 15 pin connector went to become on PCs as well as many monitor, projector, and high definition video set as well. Devices continue to be manufactured with a VGA connector, although new digital interface like DVI, HDMI, DisplayPort are increasingly replacing the VGA. But still, some of the computers or laptop, you will still find this VGA port over there. Now, what you will do if you have a VGA port and you need to connect with the HDMI, only thing is the converter you need to buy so that you can easily convert that port into a different port. So while it is capable of fairly high resolution and frame rate, it is an analog signal. Very, very important thing to remember. It is an analog signal. You're not likely to get a perfect pixel with today's LCD monitor. Hence, that's why you use the DVI port. So if your display screen, whether it is your home screen or whether it is your professional screen at the shoot, if it is LCD monitor, then it will not connect proper. It will connect, but it will not give the best of the image. Now look at carefully here how this port will look like, which we call it as a mini DV port. So mini VGA port on a Mac system, you could see here that if you need to connect this, then this kind of this rectangle with one particular bar would be there. So this represents the DVI interface, which you can connect from the VGA. So you need to have a connector which will connect. So here it is a now here carefully look at here, this and this. See here the shape is different, the sign is same. Okay, here the shape is different, the sign is same. So this is basically a display port. We call it as a display port. This is mini DVI display, and here it is simply mini VGA. So DVI port could be, in terms of the symbol, it will remain same, but the look would be different. So you have to be very careful. Don't go just by this symbol. You have to figure it out. This is just to display port. Just to say that it is a display port, the way it is like for a audio, it is for a display. But what kind of display it is, whether it is mini VGA or it is a mini DVI port. So there's a little difference. We will talk later on in terms of the speed. Here also you could see the mini DVI port is used in the MacBook also, but both look same, but here are different. It is little up and it is little down. So this is primarily for USB, and this is for micro DVI. So how the micro DVI would look like, it is a different kind of port, but you should be able to identify it. Now look at this port again. I am saying that this also shows the same kind of sign, rectangle with the two vertical bar. Again, here there is a rectangle and the two vertical bars are here. So what does it represent? It represents the display port, but it is a very specific one which is called mini display. So here, those people who are familiar with the Mac system, this kind of connector would go into this kind of a thing. So you could feel the difference. This and this are same. It is just the graphic representation of this image. So this image will look like both sides as this vertical kind of a thing, which is white, and here very thin white is there, almost equal to none. And then there are pins over there, up and down. Don't bother about how many pins are there, but just get the look of this correct. So this would enter here into the display port. This display port is very, very often used in the iMac system and Mac laptop and thing. So this is mini DVI and micro DVI. Unlike its mini DVI and micro DVI, which I have just shown you predecessors, the mini display port can drive display devices with resolution up to this. Now here there are various kind of development which are not included here, but I have just mentioned 1.1, 1.2. So 1.2 has a different version which can give up to 4K resolution, not just the full HD version. So you should be able to identify whether it is mini DVI or is a micro DVI or it is the mini display port. So display port would look, symbol would remain same, but the type would vary. So till here, we have covered quite a lot of things. So you have to be practicing it. You have to look at the images, go to the YouTube, see the videos where they will be showing you the exactly. Sometime in the image, you are not able to figure it out whether it is correct or not. So this is some of the things which I wanted to show it to you before we move to other part, which is a little older in the, it's not older, it is still being used, but you should be able to understand the difference between variety of ports, because you will be connecting one device to the another. And if you really do not have the connector, sometime you'll end up, if you go for a presentation somewhere and their system may not have a different port and you are not carrying your connector, then you are stuck. So you have to be very careful about all these kind of things. So we'll go quickly to another thing. This is a very old, one of the oldest kind of connector. You will very often hear the BNC cable. BNC cable laga do. So what exactly the BNC stand for? As I said, that is a mount called Benoit mount. And these are the two people who were the inventor. Third person also came later on. But you could see that N stand for nil and C stand for concealment. So it become Benoit nil concealment in terms of the abbreviation. Nobody will ask you this abbreviation, but you should know what this BNC stand for. So two people who invented this, their name are there, and B stand for Benoit. Benoit is a particular kind of mount. Also in a camera, you have a Benoit mount lenses. Lenses has a different kind of mount. So it's a Benoit mount, or whether it's a PL mount, or whether it is F mount. Every lens has a particular mount. So when you go in the industry or into the shop to buy a lens, you have to be very, very clearly knowing what kind of camera you have, what kind of mount your camera has, so that you buy a mount of the lens which is compatible with the same. It has to be similar mount. If it is PL mount, it's a Benoit mount. If it is M mount, F mount. So different companies has come out with a different mount. PL mount is always the most expensive one. The cinema lenses are going to be used with any camera, for example. If you if you of a particular company, similar, everything remains same. Just because it has a PL mount, the value of that particular lens would be little more, 10% or 20%. And there is a reason behind it, because PL mount is very, very sturdy mount, and the mechanism is different, and it's a little more expensive than the rest of the mount. Sometimes 50,000 more. If the lens will cost 10,000, the of E mount of so PL mount would cost 50,000 more, 10 lakh 50,000. So on an average, it is always a expensive mount. So since we were talking about the PL and Bayron, so that's why I tell you. So this is the, so there are two kinds, 75 ohm and 50 ohm. So when you go and buy what kind of BNC cable you needed, you should be very, very clear about it. So very important in the BNC is to remember the BNC connector is used for composite video on a commercial video device. What is this composite and component? I would be talking maybe after the break. So earlier, when the editing system were there, the output need to be either composite or component. So what is the advantage of component composite? You need to understand. So basically, in a composite video, BNC connector is used for composite video in a commercial video devices. BNC connectors are most commonly made in 50 mm and 75 ohm. I have just told you. So this component video is what exactly? What is this component thing? So component video is primarily an analog video. It is not a digital video. That is first thing you need to remember. So, and it comes into the different split. You could see the red, green and blue color kind of a wires. So this is called RC connector. Single wire is called RC in terms of the kind of, for a simple, I've just mentioned after that what is RC connector. So in popular use, it is a type of component, analog video, and information that is being transferred or stored as a 3 different signal. RGB, we call it as a red, green and blue. That's why you see here the different colors also. So they would carry the 3 different informations, and later on you can combine them as per the quality of this component is much higher than the composite one. So composite is a mixed signal and component is a separate signal. So you could see that there are 3 different wires are there. Now, component video cable do not carry the audio and are often paired with the audio cables. Very important thing is to remember it is only meant for a video signal. Transferring from one device to another, only the video signals are being used for this component. There is no audio signal into it. So audio signal need to be separately carried and mixed later on whenever you are doing the editing or taking the output. So component and composite, sometimes you will hear it and you should be able to understand both the difference. Now here, various RGB, I've just given a little bit more difference. The various RGB analog component video signals uses no compression and imposes no real time on color depth or resolution. So the loss is less. Whenever you transfer, say for example, footage from output, you take an output of your edit. So you're transferring the footage from place A to a place B. Maybe it is your hard disk where you're taking a footage. So it is a transfer. So whenever you transfer or whether you compress and make a final video output, so there would be always some kind of a compression. So there could be a resolution loss, or there could be a color depth loss. There are a couple of things which can go lost. So to transfer it in a high quality, you need a large bandwidth to carry the signal and contain a lot of redundant data, since each channel typically include much of the same black and white image. So, and then there is a other kind which is a luma based. So we call it as a chrominance and luminance. There are 2 things. RGB is chrominance because it is a color information, and there is a brightness information, where how dark it will be or how bright it will be, that comes under the luminance, luma based. So it could be either RGB signal, and then there is a separate luma based signal is also there. But that's one of the advantage why we use it. So this is in brief. We'll go a little further. And then, as I said earlier, there's a composite signal. And the composite signal is basically another kind of an analog signal, and the quality will be a little less. And video information encoded in one channel, unlike the higher quality S video, which I have just told you that it is another type of a format, S video, which we will talk about below there. Once again, so S video, and then there is a composite, and then there is a component. So there are three different kind of output. Earlier, when the analog was very much practiced, so whether you are taking it a composite, or you are taking the component, or you are transferring through a S video wire. So depend upon resolution you need should be able to transfer. So here it is saying composite video is analog signal, carries standard definition video as a single. Typically, in the video information included in one channel, unlike the high quality S video. S video is another version which I will talk about after the break. So how the S video has the two channel, and here it has a single channel. So that's why the quality of composite is not as good as the S video channel. And even higher quality composite video, 3 or more channels, which is a component which I have told you, in which the 3 different wires are there, and you take the separate audio channel. And here also, in all these video format, audio is carried on a separate connection, which means even if it is a composite thing, it will be composite only the video signal, not the audio part. So audio has to be taken separately. So whether it is a composite or is a component, it is about only the video signal which are coming into 3 channel or coming into a single channel, but audio has to be separate always. Okay, so it's 11:30 right now. We have finished the 35 slides. We have roughly around 60 slides. So we will resume the discussion at 12 o'clock. Fine. Everybody's around?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll meet at 12. So composite and component thing we have already discussed, and also we are going to discuss the S video now. So here again the standard HDMI, this slide will go up probably, because this is the wrong place to put it. Let me just see if I can shift it over there on the back side. Okay. So this is how the S video look like. So you could see this connector over there. There are 4 pins. And then there is a little socket below as well as up. So it's a kind of a human face structure where you could feel that this is your teeth and this is the central part of the head. 2 eyes and these 2 extra holes. So some very specific, you could feel that look is there. So this is how S video look like. 4 pin, and that's it. So S video, as I said, separately video and chroma and luminance signal. Standard definition, we call it as a not full HD and all those kind of a signal. So that's why this is 480 by or 576, which are very popularly known in old days, the color signals and black and white signals. And then how you can have a composite later on, but has a lower color resolution than the component video. As I said, that the 3 terms are very important: composite, component, and S video. There are 3 ways the wire used to carry the signal. So has a lower resolution than the component video. S video has a lower resolution. So not very often people would use it, but still sometime if it is a mini DV camera is there, from there you had to transfer some footage, you could use the S video also. Then it was introduced by JVC's VHS format. As you can see that a VHS format is one of the oldest formats. So it was not a very very popular kind of a very well received kind of a connector. And VHS was the time in 1987. So I've just added over here simply because compared with a component video, which carries the identical luminance signal but separate the color difference into this. So resolution is limited. So S video is lowest one. Then we come the composite, and then come the component. So in terms of resolution, people would prefer the priority would be the component, and otherwise composite, otherwise S video. So these are the three various video transfer channels in the past. Here you could see the back panel, that wherever there is a back computer is there, sometime you get to see. Just give me a moment. Hello. जी बोलिए. जी. ऑफिस खुला हुआ है, ये हमारा पैकेज आना है बॉम्बे से फिल्टर्स का, वो भिजवा दीजिए प्लीज. थैंक यू. So this is VGA. I've already shown you. DVI has a different kind of ports, so I have not included all the ports over here. Just one port is there in this image. And then you could see the composite video output is there. Then there's a component video output is there. And then there is a S video on the corner. HDMI port is different port and display port is different port. So these are the various kind of ports which are still available for the video output types. So this image would be helpful for you to understand the difference. Now we will talk a little bit more about the display port. This display port is basically sometimes confusing. So you need to understand this is the sign which they use it. So display port was designed to replace VGA, FDP. There are different kind of interface are required. So VGA and DVI are something which is good for us. And I've already discussed the DVI port with you. So the interface is backward compatible, very, very important. What does it mean by backward compatible? Means if your data has to be transferred from HDMI connector or DVI connector, you could use this for both the connectors, this particular port. So display port is one of the latest. So there are different version, 1.2, 1. Version is there. In 2010 was introduced, so long back almost. But then bandwidth was the issue. So then the version 1.3 came in 2014, and then there is a 2.0. There are many kind of display port versions are there. I have not included each and every one, but you should know the display port version, particularly useful for our Mac system. So HDMI is another which we have already discussed. So HDMI was basically a digital replacement for the analog video signal. First time HDMI was used. So I've just included here this slide. It will go up, or maybe that slide will come down. So this is how the port look like. I have already told you. So backward compatibility is there with the HDMI. So you could use any of the port, and it's one of the most popular connector today in any computer device or monitor or your television screen. Now here I have just done a comparative study of something. Now what is this IEEE 1394? Then there is a 400, 800, 3000 and USB 123. We could see the bandwidth of these connectors. This IEEE, also known as the FireWire port. You must have heard in your life FireWire. It was Apple's inventory. And first the 400 port came, then 800 port came, and then the different 3200 port came. So there is a bandwidth difference is there, and then you could see the transfer speed also, how much the transfer speed you are getting in everything. And also the cable length, you could see that 4.5 is required, then it has become 100, and then become more than 100. And also the advantage was if you need to charge something, how much the power would be provided by this, and how many devices you can connect in terms of the multiple hub system. So Thunderbolt is the latest one, which we will talk about a little more later in detail. So here I want to talk about this USB thing which we have discussed, the Firewire port. So what exactly is the Firewire port? So Thunderbolt 3, 1, 2 are being mentioned over there. I've earlier also told you the USB 3 and 1 both look same. Look at the carefully, C-type connection of USB generation 1 and USB generation 2 both look same. Until unless it is being mentioned, you will never come to it. Similarly, for the Thunderbolt 3 also has a 40 gigabytes, which we have already discussed. Thunderbolt 1, 2, and 3. We will talk about little later on about this. Here is again the connector, which is display port to the HDMI. You could see easily this sign over here and this sign over here. Both are the display port, but what kind of connector would be applied over here? So this Firewire thing, which I want to talk about, is were very popular at one point, and this IEEE is the name of the organization, Institute of Electronic Engineers, and something is the full name. And this first was the 400, and then came the 800, and then came the next generation, which is 3200. So the difference in the speed you could feel from 49 to 98 to 393 is the transfer speed, and here you could see the capital B, which is bytes, and here is a bit. So bit rate and byte is two different things. This is more of a bandwidth, and this is for the transfer speed. Both has a different meaning. So what is the sign of this Firewire? Like you have a USB sign, you have a display port sign. So this was the sign of kind of a circle in the center, then one rectangle, then these two horizontal bar, and then two angular bar. This was the sign for the video cameras, where the hard drive, this would be mentioned over there. Now you could see the visuals of this 400, then this another kind of a 600, and then 800, and then this high resolution wire. So there is a 4 pointer and then there is a 6 pointer. So I would just show you the images also how they would look different. And then we have a Firewire 800. So you could see the wires how they look like. 400 has this little small thing here, which was like earlier the mini and micro cables I had shown you. So there's a 4-pin and 6-pin. And the difference you could see in terms of the look. So whether it is a 4-pin or whether it is a 6-pin, that you need to find out, and both will be the Firewire 400. Firewire 800 has no two different kind of a pin. It was only one particular kind of a pin, and the look is also different of the 800. So 400, 800 looks, you could feel it. Sorry. Then here you could see the 400 and 800 Firewire in terms of the look, and the symbol is still the same. So you could easily feel the 400, which is a 400, which is a 800. And here the 400 one has a two different kind. One is the 4-pin and there is a 6-pin. 4-pin will look like that on the top, and 6-pin would look like this on the top. So if you enlarge this corner one is a little rounded. Here it is in the center, there is a little pinch kind of a thing. We have this kind of wire also. So once you come back from the lockdown, we will show you the images. So you could there could be a question. All these things will not be a descriptive. They would be formulate the multiple choice question, because these are the common sense, which is everybody who is educated today in a computer world, he need to understand if he is using any kind of computer device. So there is no Firewire to HDMI or Firewire to USB cable. If you wanted to have that kind of a thing, which is not there. And there is no Firewire to HDMI or USB cable, which is being repeated here. So this will be cut. So if a computer does not have the built-in FireWire, what you need to do is you have to buy a card, PCI card, which will get attached in the back side of the computer, and then you can convert anything from the there. So this card is required, PCI Express card we call it. So sometime if you have some device which is a FireWire device, you need to buy this card and it would be put inside. This IEEE is the Institute of Electrical Electronics Engineer. This could be an abbreviation which can be asked in the FTI entrance exam. What is this IEEE stand for? So this is the organization which developed this FireWire specification in terms of the approval. Not developed, the development was by the Apple, and later on some other companies also joined. So this is the Institute Electrical Electronics and Engineer. Very simple to remember, EEE. Now today in many of the Mac system, if you see that you don't have those connectors which you want, so you could buy these kind of gadget which are basically the converter. So from the one connect, you could have the HDMI output, you could have a Thunderbolt 3, you could have C-type standard card, micro SD card, then USB 3.1 generation 2, which is a high-speed USB connection. So you have a USB, micro SD, SD. All these micro SD, SD are the flash card which you have to prepare yourself. I may not be talking about it. These are basically storage devices, like your SanDisk is one of the popular company. It manufactures different kind of cards. You should spend some time in their website, read about it, so that you could come to know about how the storage devices are functioning. Similarly, you also need to study a little bit about SSD hard drive. What is this SATA hard drive? What is the difference primary between S5, S7? So everything will not be taught to you. Certain things you need to prepare yourself. If you don't prepare, then you keep baffled about what is this and what is that. But still, a initial boom is or input is given to you so that you get the beginning impulse or momentum. So these are the converters which are very helpful. You can use these converter from one to another. But as I said, from every converter to another converter is not available. So you have to be a little careful which converter is available from where. So you could see from here, there are different kind of port, DVI from mini DV display port. DP stand for display port. Display port to DVI, HDMI, VGA, you can still convert into any kind of thing from higher to lower. Sometimes is possible, lower to higher is not possible. So if the port shape of the connector is like mini display port, then it is either Thunderbolt 1 or 2. It is now, be carefully try to understand this. If a port shape of the connector is like mini display port, it is either Thunderbolt 1 or 2. It is Thunderbolt 1 or it is Thunderbolt 2 or Thunderbolt 3. Now it is either one or 2. For both the port is same. Only for the Thunderbolt 3, the port is different in terms of the signal. It is being mentioned over there. I'll show you the picture in case if I have one. So the port shape is like USB-C type. Then it is Thunderbolt 3 port. It is Thunderbolt 2 port. It is Thunderbolt 2 or 3. Or it is Thunderbolt 2 or 3 port. So correct answer would be, it is not both, it is a repetition of the same thing I mentioned over here. So as I said earlier, if you look at here carefully, I have shown you the image of the Thunderbolt port. Here. So here it is a display port, not the Thunderbolt thing is mentioned, but I'll just show you somewhere I had that image. Here. So you could see the Thunderbolt 3 is the C type. But if it is just Thunderbolt 1 or 2, then this thing would not be displayed over there. The Thunderbolt would be there. Only in the C type, you have, in the Thunderbolt 3, you have a C type connection. But if it is a 2 or 1, you will have this kind of connection. So it will be mentioned over there whether it is 1 or 2. And this port, which is called mini display port, is used for both the purpose. If it is a 3, then it will be C type. It will not be this type. This is for sure that if it is a C type Thunderbolt, then it is 40 gigabytes, and it is a C type means it is Thunderbolt 3. If it is this kind of port, it could be 1 or as well as 2. Both it can be used. So you have to be very clear about what is the speed and other thing. So this is in brief till here. If I have some more thing over here, I can talk. Let me just see. There's not much. So these are the 57 slides I had prepared. So still we have a time to discuss almost for 45 minutes. So we could talk about something which you have not understood so far for today. So I have not converted these notes into the PPT, but still I will discuss with you. So basically, SSD is the new kind of a device, which is a storage device. Hard disk we call it as a, and flash card are the small compact device which you have to study of your own. But I would also share some notes with you in case if I can find. But all these flash cards, what is a mini card, what is a flash card? If you go to the website of ScanDisk, you will find all kind of what is this technology, what is this SDMA technology. There are 2-3 different kind of a thing. So you go to their website, read about it. But so various kind of cards you would come to know. But I'm just talking about the SSD, which is very latest in terms of technology. So they are available in 2 common factor, 2.5 and 3.5 desktop computers. And then SSD got their name from the, because there is no moving part, solid state technology. While earlier we used to have a HDD kind of a hard disk in which there are moving parts over there. RPM was a very important thing when you talk about the earlier disk. So there is a SATA 1, 2, 3, there are different versions over there. So SSD had a problem because there was, whenever something moving is there, there is always a problem of getting stuck, or if it stops, or it can get corrupted or something like that. So all that problem is being resolved now, and there is a SSD disk in which there is no moving part, and hence there are many advantages of that. First advantage is that it is a very small, compact. Earlier, and hence the lightweight. Earlier the hard disks were very big, thick, and even if it is an internal hard disk or external hard disk, it has that moving thing. So it takes a lot of time. Power of transferring speed was not high. So there were problems. So all these problems are being solved. So there are various versions they have come out with. Samsung is one of the company. So they came out with a SSD T5. Then they came out with SSD T7. So T5 is up to 2 terabyte. You can buy it. 500, 250, 1000, 1 TB and 2 TB. While in the old version of HDD, you can have a 12 TB, 20 TB, up to 20 TB hard disks are available. But in SSD, we don't have a 20 TB so far, but just have a 2 TB. 2 TB is more than enough space for people who are professionals. So transfer speed is also much more higher. You could see here the 540 Mbps is the speed. Then it's version 7 and version 5. You could see the version 7 has the transfer speed is almost double the T5 version. So T5 version, if it is a 540, then it has a 1000, more or less. So that thing is very much there. So speed is almost double. So they came out with this T7 version, which is a little more expensive than the 5. Then also in that they have another particular model, which is all these has the C type of a connection, because the speed transfer, as we had discussed, is much more higher in the C type of connectors. So they also have another version, which is basically a Thunderbolt port is there, not C-type port is there. And this particular hard disk is called X5. So their read and write speed is much more higher comparative to the earlier one, which is maximum up to 1000 Mbps. So here the speed is much more higher in this one. And the port is also not just the C-type, but the Thunderbolt C-type, which can deliver up to 40 gigabytes per second. So this question I have already shared with you. So sometimes people get confused between bit and byte. So there should be clarity about that. And this is a unit I have mentioned over there. So you could see even if the home connections are not very high speed, but these SSDs are very much of use because they have the capacity to deliver you whatever connection speed you have. They still have much more higher capacity to deliver than your internet connection you have in general. So this is in brief about the SSD and HDD. So this is the primary difference in terms of the, but the cost is very expensive. If you wanted to buy 1 terabyte hard disk of SSD, I'll tell you, I just bought 2 days back. So I'll show you the exact price of what I paid. So Sanjay. Now, if you wanted to buy the 500 1 terabyte ordinary thing, it will not cost you much. But if you wanted to buy the SSD, let me just tell you how much it is costing. If he has sent me the price. No, he has not sent me the price. But anyway, it is much more expensive than cost to 10,000 rupees or something like that. If you go to the Google, you can easily find the cost. So it is more or less 4 times. If you wanted to buy the 2 terabyte of this SSD, it will be very expensive. Even the 500 T7 version, let me just see if I can quickly find here. Anyway, you can search in on the net and the price would be displayed to you. So that's in brief. The price you can easily find, but as I said that this is much more useful comparative to that, because there, since the movement part is there, if the data get corrupt, of course you can recover the data. There are mechanisms by which you can recover the data. There is something else also in other kind of hard disk. I'll just share with you. It is called mirroring, in which you could use, suppose it is a 4 TB hard disk, then effective hard disk will be 2 TB and 2 TB would be a backup database. So backup would be there inside the same hard disk. So for some reason, if the data can corrupt, then the backup would be able to help you to recover the. So that mirroring thing is there. There is a name for particular name is there for that mirror thing. I am not able to recollect. So that can be easily saved. That's also safe in terms of the data get corrupt. Because if your hard disk has a very important data and you're not going to open it up, then you are stuck. It has happened a couple of times with me. Don't think that LaCie is a best hard drive. No. LaCie is very popular and it is expensive than the usual hard drive. But data can be corrupted in LaCie also. And so it's always good idea to have the database backup into the 2 different hard drives, so that if one get corrupt, you should have something else in the another. So this is in brief. Anybody wanted to ask anything what we have talked? Next week there would be some different people to discuss with you. And first thing, we'll try to connect someone about this documentaries. So let's see whom I can connect, so that it will be online, because till next week I am also not sure whether they will unlock the lockdown, but not more than 1 week would be, again, it will extend it, not more than that. That is my hope and prediction, but you never know. Government people work in a different way. So whatever is being taught to you, you have to watch videos, you have to see various portals, you have to see how they actually look like, some videos where they can you get the feel more correctly. All these kind of connectors we also have. So once you come back, we will also show you. And till you read about that, till you write it about it, you will not be able to understand that. And once you understand carefully, then you would be able to remember it. But you have to be very careful what kind of connectors are there, what kind of, because as an assistant director, you are supposed to keep things ready before the boss comes. So if you wanted to see something, you should be ready with the connection, and you just need to press the button, not looking for the button. Sir, this is not happening, that is not happening. So you are not efficient. People will not, you will not get the value. You will get the value only if you are technically competent. That's the difference between theater and cinema. Cinema is a technical medium, a very, very technical medium, starting from the day one till the end product. One button here and there, and you are gone. So all these button connectors, you should be very, very careful in terms of knowing them, what kind of connector it is, what kind of port it has, whether it is compatible or not. Sometimes sound is not coming. So all these things you have to be well aware. So it's not engineering basically. If you look at it, it is still like using your Word file or some other kind of file, but it's not the engineering part involved into it. It is the users part, and users you have to know what kind of port it is. Otherwise, you will not be able to make the best out of it. Particularly buying things, when you're buying something, you should know what kind of port it has. Today you invest into a computer, and tomorrow you wonder, though, they do not have this, it do not have that. I wish I should have invested into a better laptop which has this connectivity. So all these things are important. If you are not aware about this, then obviously you would be not able to make the best out of it. So all these, as I said, that this particular site, SanDisk, you go to the flashcards, read about various kind of flashcard. What is the speed it is there? What is the price of that card in the market? Why that price is very high? What is a compact card? What is a flash card? What is super speed card? So there are different 4-5 different kind of cards are there. There's a UDMA technology is there. What is this L called UDMA technology? So you need to understand whether UDMA 7 is there, UDMA 10 is there. These are a technology which make the price of the card very high or very low, because the transfer rate is very high, capacity is very high. So rate and capacity, these are the two factors on which the price of any storage, whether it is a flash card, whether it is a hard drive, would depend. What is the storage in terms of the capacity, TB or whatever, and Mbps is the way it need to be transferred, and bandwidth. There are 3 different factors which determine the thing. So we have finished little earlier. So if you still have a question, you can ask it before we end the meeting. So though it's supposed to be 2 hours, but still 25 minutes we have. So I thought it will take much more time, but we finished little early. So prepare some MCQ question the way I have done it here. By variety of way it could be the difference, like there are 10 difference between USB 2 and USB 3. There are 8 difference between USB 1 and USB 2. Write down the 8 difference. USB C type and Thunderbolt 2 and Thunderbolt 3, there are differences. So how many differences are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Search on the net, then you will find some good article over there. Unless you will not take the pain, nothing would happen. So you need to take the pain comparative to other people. That's how you will make yourself better than somebody else, because you have taken the pain to figure it out, something which was not taught in the class. Everything will not taught in the class. Class will give you a little direction and some more knowledge. And if you really wanted to have some more knowledge about it, some deeper knowledge, you have to search on the net, and then you will find variety of articles which will give you which can help you to formulate multiple choice questions. And those who are not applying to anywhere, even those people should need to know the differences, so that you could tell someone why you are buying this and why you need this rather than something else. This time I would ask the editing teacher also to send to all of you, not just those who are regular students, because it's a theoretical lecture. So there are many aesthetic considerations of editing, which could be also asked in the FTI entrance exam to the direction student who are appearing over there. So since it is not practical involved right now, so it is more of theoretical part. So we will see if you can still have a additional class on the Sunday for editing. So I hope everything is fine with you, and I will share the video also later on once it is being edited, and I'll share the private link. We will not put it on a YouTube for public, but for private viewing, we will share it with you. So I suppose none of you have a question. So we will end the meeting now, and then we will connect for the Kanhaiya Kishore's class on next Saturday. Okay.